Welcome to today's episode. The United Kingdom has committed to net zero, a promise backed by law, a roadmap guided by the Climate Change Committee. But behind the scenes, something has changed. Quietly, almost invisibly, the UK has increased its forecast for AI-related emissions. Not by a fraction, not by a margin, but by 100 times. This is not just a revision, it's a revelation. Welcome to this episode of Policy versus Reality. I am Professor Ogbuagu Ugorji Udensi. Today we explore the growing tension between climate policy and digital expansion. For over a decade, the UK government has positioned itself as a global climate leader. The 2008 Climate Change Act set the stage. Sector targets and a legally binding pathway to net zero by 2050 were meant to be the cornerstone of our environmental future. At the same time, another ambition was taking shape: to become a global hub for artificial intelligence, a tech superpower ambition. Driven by firms like DeepMind and the wider ecosystem, AI has been framed as a force for good, a tool for the future, optimizing energy systems, accelerating scientific discovery, even helping solve climate change itself through carbon capture modeling. But this narrative leaves out a critical detail. Artificial intelligence does not run on ideas or algorithms alone. It runs on electricity. The sheer computational power required for modern LLMs is staggering. Training a single large model consumes thousands of megawatt hours. To put it in perspective, training one model can consume as much energy as thousands of homes over an entire year. Running these models at scale is even more intensive. Behind every chatbot and algorithm are vast, energy-hungry data centers. These centers require constant power, intensive cooling systems, and 24/7 uptime to support our digital lives. This is where the tension begins. While AI demand is accelerating at an exponential rate, our energy systems are not keeping pace. So what is the solution? Synchronisation. We must link data center approval directly to new green energy generation. The UK's carbon strategy assumes a steady decline in emissions, but AI is driving a massive surge in electricity demand. The result is a structural mismatch. The 100-fold increase in AI emissions forecasts is not the cause of the problem. It is the symptom. Perhaps most striking is how this change emerged. Not through major announcements or public debate, but quietly within projections. This pattern is not unique to the UK. Across Germany and France, climate targets remain firm, but the pathways are increasingly uncertain. But the pathways to reach them are becoming increasingly uncertain because when reality shifts faster than policy, adjustments are often made out of sight. If AI emissions continue to grow, the UK faces a difficult question. Where do the cuts come from? Housing, transport, industry? Or do targets themselves begin to bend? This is no longer a technical issue. It is a political one, a question of priorities. Do we power the future of intelligence or protect the limits of our carbon budget? We must confront the real cost of AI. But first, we must confront its cost, because this was never just a miscalculation of emissions. It was a miscalculation of demand. The 100-fold surge in emissions was a warning shot. Let's make sure we listen before it becomes a permanent part of our reality. I am Professor Ogbuagu Ugorji Udensi. Let's build a synchronized future together. Thank you for watching. This is not just a UK issue. The global competition for grid capacity is the new geopolitical frontier of the 21st century. This isn't just about big tech, it's about every automated system and every LLM interaction becoming an energy event. It is time for policy to catch up with reality. The hidden load must be brought into the light, measured, and synchronized. Policies must mandate energy transparency for AI firms. We cannot regulate what we do not measure accurately. I am Professor Ogbuagu Ugorji Udensi. This has been a 10-minute robust analysis of the hidden load. Thank you for watching. In places like Slough and West London, the answer is already no. Data centers are competing for the same capacity as housing projects. For those staying, a final thought on the future energy scenarios. The 2024 revisions show a massive gap in storage needs. If we don't have enough green storage or baseload, AI will keep the gas-fired power plants running longer than net zero permits. Policy is lagging. Technological expansion moves at the speed of light. Government regulation moves at the speed of paperwork. If AI takes the lion's share, agriculture, aviation, and heavy industry will have to cut deeper and faster than planned. As we conclude this deep dive, remember that artificial intelligence is a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we power it. It's not just the chips, it's the cooling. Water consumption for cooling these facilities is another hidden environmental cost. AI requires millions of gallons of water to stay cool. In a climate-stressed world, this is a direct competitor for resources. Some argue efficiency will save us, but Jevons paradox tells us that as systems become more efficient, we just use them more. We are training larger models more frequently. Efficiency is being outpaced by the sheer volume of new applications and users. Our carbon budget is a fixed limit. There is no buy now, pay later in atmospheric physics. Every gram of CO2 from AI counts. When we increase emissions forecasts by 100 times, we are effectively eating into the budgets allocated for other vital sectors. If AI takes the lion's share, agriculture, aviation, and heavy industry will have to cut deeper and faster than planned. Policy is lagging. Technological expansion moves at the speed of light. Government regulation moves at the speed of paperwork. By the time a policy is enacted, the AI models are 3 generations ahead, and the energy demand has already shifted. So, what is the solution? Synchronization. We must link data center approval directly to new green energy generation. No new data center should be allowed without a 1.1 match in local renewable capacity. No more borrowing from the grid. There is also an ethical dimension. Is the energy for a LLM used to write poems more valuable than energy for a hospital? We need to prioritize high-value AI applications that actually help us reach net zero rather than just every consumer convenience. As we conclude this deep dive, remember that artificial intelligence is a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we power it. We have the potential to solve the climate crisis with AI, but only if we don't destroy our climate goals in the process. The 100-fold surge in emissions was a warning shot. Let's make sure we listen before it becomes a permanent part of our reality. This is not just a UK issue. The global competition for grid capacity is the new geopolitical frontier of the 21st century. Nations that fail to synchronize their digital and energy policies will find themselves with stranded tech assets or energy poverty. We must move from a tech-at-any-cost mindset to one that respects the fundamental physics of our shared atmosphere and resources. Every digital action has a physical consequence. We are finally beginning to see the true weight of the cloud on our climate. It is time for policy to catch up with reality. The hidden load must be brought into the light, measured, and synchronized. I am Professor Ogbuagu Ugorji Udensi. This has been a 10-minute robust analysis of the hidden load. Thank you for watching. Take action, subscribe, and as always, stay tuned to another episode of Policy versus Reality. Goodbye for now. For those staying, a final thought on the future energy scenarios. The 2024 revisions show a massive gap in storage needs. We need 3 times more battery storage than previously estimated just to handle the evening peaks driven by digital demand. Knowledge is power, quite literally. Let's make sure we have enough of both for the future we want to build. See you next time.